After 3 inches, yes folks, 3 inches of rain, NASCAR took to the streets of downtown Chicago and put on a show that will be remembered for a long time. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know my name. That is Mr. Bryan Timothy Dale, 19 name. Hi, Danny Peters, Nolen. He is my man, Mr. Michael Massie. Massie, I gotta ask, before we talk about the race, 3 inches of rain before the start of this race, did you even expect to see cars going full speed through downtown Chicago after the weather that we woke up to this morning?
No, absolutely not. the way Kaz Gralla put it, it was a monsoon. It looked like no racing was happening. If there was going to be a race, it was going to be a boat race. But I don't know. We saw the Xfinity race impacted. They were supposed to restart this morning. It didn't get going. But I thought the same thing for Cup. You know, there's no way it's going to happen. They'll either run tomorrow or maybe have to cancel it all together. It's just, you know, we were thinking about worst case scenarios. I mean, to put it in perspective, this is the most Chicago has had rain in one day since 1982. 40 plus years.
Literally only NASCAR.
40 plus, yeah. You want record rain? Bring NASCAR to town. But anyways, they started it against Denny Hamlin's advisement.
True.
He was one of the ones saying, don't start this thing. And it quit raining. Look, it's beautiful now. It is a great night outside and a great race.
Now, let's dive into this race. Felt like there was 3 big drivers that stood out from the rest of the competition. Christopher Bell, then Tyler Reddick. I'm not even going to try and say the third one. SVG, the V8 Super
Van Gisbergen. That's how you say it, Rick Allen.
Boom.
That's how you say it, Rick Allen.
Okay. Let's not get mad at anybody from NBC. SVG, the V8 Supercar champion. It felt like he could actually win, and then Christopher Bell took the lead. But once again, when it happens in road courses, calamity ensues. And once again, Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick both had issues.
Yeah, it was Christopher Bell's race to win. It really was. I mean, SVG was good, but Bell pulled away from him early in the race. Then we saw the race get shortened because of darkness coming, which, you know, these city lights, these street lights aren't enough to illuminate a race course. But the teams didn't really know that was happening ahead of time. So all of a sudden, 25 laps cut off the race. And the people behind Bell and Reddick and the SVG, those guys, they already pitted. So with the reduced distance, they could make it the rest of the way. Whereas those guys, you know, Bell and them, they had to pit, give up their track position, come back through the field. We saw Bell getting a wreck, trying to come back through the field. We saw Reddick getting a wreck, coming back through the field. But SVG going 2 seconds faster than everybody else, came roaring up through there and got himself a W.
It was a wild. I tapped him on the shoulder. I'm like, look at the lap times, and it was like a 1:31 for the leader, and he was a 1:29. And Massie's eyes goes, oh, whoa! I was like, he is coming fast. And then, like all road courses, caution after caution after caution. When it was all said and done, though, for the first ever time in his debut, SVG goes to victory lane. Could you even imagine this?
I could.
Realistically.
Okay. I thought he was going to be fast. I knew he'd be fast.
Yeah.
Just because the V8 supercars, whatever they call those cars in Australia now, supercars, they're similar to next-gen cars. And they do a lot of street races. And we have here. So I knew he'd be fast. I knew he'd be competitive. But I thought it'd be like Morstead, Ron Fellows in the early 2000s, where they're like top 5, top 10. We never really saw them win cup races. So I figured something would happen, you know, restart, somebody dive bomb him, something like that, and he wouldn't get the win. And sure enough, he had that adversity hit him, and he still overcame it and still won. So I didn't see that coming.
A monumental day. Check out Daniel McFadden's article about SVG, once again, at frontstretch.com. Last but not least, what are you going to be cooking up on your sidebars before we tease our videos on the YouTube channel?
Yes, I'm writing a piece on Christopher Bell. Talked to him afterwards. Jeff Gordon talked to you about Kyle Larson was one of those guys that was affected by race getting shortened. And Martin Truex Jr.'s crew chief, James Small, you talked to him as well. I'm recapping all those guys who were the dominant guys on the day and didn't get the finish up there because the race was shortened and it kind of threw off their whole strategy.
Absolutely incredible. The Chicago Street Course has come and gone, a monumental event in which SVG takes Trackhouse to back-to-back wins. After going a full year without a victory, they go back-to-back, a monumental day. Once again, frontstretch.com, as well as our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@frontstretch. Big thanks to everybody that supports us. Big thanks to Jonathan Fields, the racing experts, for recording this video for us. Big thanks to Daniel McFadden, and then this goofball beside me. It's been a pleasure, guys. Next week, we're going to be in Atlanta. Dalton Hopkins will be there on the ground for us, so check out all of his content. Once again, frontstretch.com/@YouTube. For Daniel McFadden and Michael Massie, I am Bryan Timothy Dale, 19 names. Hi, Danny Peters. Nolen. See you from downtown Chicago.
This is Austin Dillon, driver of the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.